My name is Jess Mofas. I'm doing grade 11 at First Class Comprehensive Secondary School. Ever since I joined Med Center, things have changed. I've seen a whole new perspective to school. I've explored new careers. I've done so many things that wouldn't have been provided to us right here at school.
Math Centre is a non-profit organisation that strives to improve maths, science and technology education in South Africa. Operating over 50 projects across all 9 provinces, the primary objective is to equip teachers, learners and parents with learning materials and programs that will further develop their competency in these curriculums for grades R to 12.
My name is Cedric Peterson. I am the National Project Operations Manager for the Math Centre. What is mathematics? Mathematics is the search for connection and meaning in numbers, patterns, shapes, and their measurements. And in a greater sense, mathematics allows us and helps us to understand the complex relationship between you, me, and our physical world.
Their mission is to provide high-impact support to the South African education system using proven methods and resources to develop effective teachers and promote measurable improvement of learner performance in these subjects.
When I got here, first I got in the school, I used to get 50% and also 40%. But Joy Global and Med Center came along and they pushed me to the limits of getting 100%.
MST for Engineering is a Math Centre program that promotes the integration of maths and science concepts within technology. The main focus or objective of the program is to allow a greater number of learners to stay at school. And we do this by increasing the number of learners that apply for engineer-related study and work opportunities.
Sharanjit Shan was born in India and educated in England, but has called South Africa home for over 20 years. She was invited to lead Math Centre in 1995, transforming a small and struggling organisation into the current widely respected institution it is today.
Math Centre was set up to assist and support predominantly Black African teachers as the performance of the learners was very poor. And it was quite disheartening and traumatizing, in fact, to hear that 1 out of 300 children pass mathematics at any decent levels. And the purpose was to make sure that teachers in and around Soweto and Mpumalanga were being supported with extra lessons, extra resources, training methodology, and so on. That was right at the beginning.
In March this year, Sharanjit was named by the Schwab Foundation as an awardee of the 2015 Social Entrepreneur of the Year. She is recognized for her ability to effect practical implementation of scalable solutions in the face of social challenges in South Africa.
The purpose of the Math Centre now is, for the past 20 years, since I have been at the helm of the Math Centre, to provide world-class training and knowledge in understanding how do children learn mathematics. Math Centre puts together programs in such a way that children that we deal with, every child understands that mathematics is a real-life skill. And we support teachers to ensure that their competencies are developed in such a way that they feel confident whatever class that they are facing. So, for example, if you take a grade 9 teacher, grade 9 teachers should be 100% proficient in supporting grade 9 children to master the curriculum and cover the curriculum. That would be first part of the purpose. Next part of the purpose would be that when they move into further education and training band, they choose appropriate subjects with the knowledge and understanding how is mathematics going to help me, including science and technology in that package, so that I begin to understand what's my vision for my life and how would math, science, technology help me to support that vision. And the last step of that purpose is to make sure that young people are supported, facilitated to get bursaries. Because most of our young people, 99.9% of them, are from disadvantaged backgrounds, which means that they don't even know which universities to apply for. How do you get those applications? How do you fill those applications? Because when you don't have electricity, you don't have a computer, then the entire process of accessing further and higher education takes a different shape.
Math Centre focuses on the heart of the solution to the South African education crisis, targeting programs towards teachers and learners in some of the most poorly resourced schools in the country.
My name is Tulani Masugu. I work in the Material Development Unit for the Math Centre. The role of science in building a bridge, basically there are two things that we need to know. We need to understand the forces that act in a bridge to keep the bridge stable, and we need to understand the material where the bridge is made out of. We need a bridge which is strong, but we also need a bridge which is not too heavy. In terms of the forces, we can make an example in terms of Newton's third law of motion, which simply says if object A applies a force on object B applies the very same amount of force to object A in an opposite direction. This simply means in a bridge, if we've got a car passing over the bridge, the car is applying the force on the bridge. The weight of the car is applied on the bridge. But the bridge needs to be able to apply the same amount of force back to the car. So the forces then can balance out each other so that you can have a stable bridge. And basically that's how Newton's third law of motion works in an analogy of a bridge.
Math Centre's 2014 projects supported 520 schools, reaching almost 175,000 learners and over 4,200 teachers in maths and science. Approximately 146 learners also obtain bursaries to study and enter industries dependent on maths and science competency, such as engineering and financial services. The initiative has achieved significant measurable results across over 50 projects throughout the country.
I'm Professor Percy Sipeng, Director for School of Teacher Education and Training at the Northwestern University. Math Centre has done a lot for me. I've grown from being an ordinary teacher to being an academic of note. I've produced a number of articles in accredited journals. I've produced a book simply because of the knowledge that I got from Math Centre. And then I want to say that Math Centre's training, in professional teacher development, the in-house training conducted by Sharanjit made me what I am today.
As a result of a strong track record, Math Centre has received support from local and international funders, including Shell, APSA, the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation, and others, in partnership with provincial departments of basic education in all 9 provinces.
My journey at Math Centre started in 2014 in August. I started as a new trainer in the Peter Diamonds project. What I love about Math Centre is it gave me the opportunity to think out of the box, to be creative. The learners in my school are very dedicated in the project that we held at the schools each year. The learners are motivated and they want to work an extra mile. MSc for Engineering gives also learners the opportunity to get involved in the industries. We talk about mining industries, mechanical industries in South Africa and over the world. MSc for Engineering isn't just for boys but also for girls. We motivate the girls to start becoming artisans and to work in the mines in the Northern Cape.
In the 2014 final exams, Math Centre cohort learners achieved 84% pass in mathematics and 85.3% pass in physical science. Almost a third of Math Centre Incorporating Sciences learners achieved a pass greater than 60% in mathematics. 64.6% of Math Centre learners attained a bachelor and diploma passes. Math Centre worked with 1,024 matric maths and physical science teachers and was able to influence just under 6,000 grade 12 maths and physical science learners directly and over 68,000 indirectly.
We are an NGO, we are donor funded. Most projects are of limited duration, 3 to 5 years. And there's a contradiction here in that We train our trainers in world-class methods, world-class research and resources, but once the project comes to an end, then we have to lose those trainers. And sometimes even in the middle of a project, we have to come out of a school because funding has run out. If I can appeal to corporates and large business colleagues out there, they can partner with us by supporting us with good, solid projects that maybe should last from between 5 to 7 years, even 5 to 12 years. So take a set of schools and then support those schools in their entirety in terms of growth and development from grade R to grade 12, and see those children go through and achieve a lot of success.
As one of the greatest leaders of our country, former President Nelson Mandela said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Therefore, at Math Centre, we are not just helping children master mathematics and science, we are helping to build a better world.